goalkeeper coach at the academy. What's it like? So the goalkeepers obviously train separately to the rest of the team. Is it important for them to have a good bond between them if you've got multiple goalkeepers?
Yes, it is. Yeah, definitely. You have a little goalkeepers union and they work together. They've got to push each other and help each other through the season. Difficult position to be because there's only one can play. Outfield players, they've got 10 chances to get in the team. Goalkeepers have got one chance. So it's important that they get the work they need. It's important that they work together as a pair.
So the goalkeeper who isn't getting in the side, how important is it? How do you keep them motivated and feeling like they're part of it still?
Well, you just got to keep working with them, keep encouraging them. And we do try and share it around because, as you say, you've got to get game time somewhere in the line. And we organise other games, so if one plays maybe on a Saturday, the other one will play a game in the midweek. So hopefully that will work for us and everybody gets some game time.
So who are the two goalkeepers which are at training today then? Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, Dan Moore is now a first year pro. He came in last year, did really well, earned himself a pro contract. And he's going to play with us on Saturday in the game. So we said he can't just turn up for the game. He needs to train with us and work with the team and know what he's doing. So that's the other boy, Cam, is a first year scholar. So it's all new to him. It's new line of work for him.
So the one who's pro, what's the next step for him? Is he going to go out on loan? Is that the idea?
Well, he went out on loan last year, but unfortunately got injured. But yeah, we'll look to get him out on loan again if we can. Like we say, it's important that we give both of them as much game time as we can get them.
How do you think they did today in training? I saw one of them made a very good penalty save. Were you proud of that one? Did you teach him that?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's just instinct, that one. I'm sure he can teach that one. But no, they've done well. First session back for them, their first bit of handling they've had. And it's looking quite good, so hopefully we'll progress from there.
Due to obviously, like you said, there only being one and there's only one opportunity, as a young goalkeeper, does that make it that extra bit harder to break into the first team and become sort of not just a professional but a regular number one goalkeeper?
Yeah, I think it is. You're always in competition with someone else, and as you say, there's only one place you can go. So you can spend your time on the bench, and hopefully when you get in, you do the job that's required. But the thing with goalkeepers is they tend to come a little bit later, so they've probably got more time lengthwise than some of the other players.
Obviously, I think the thing most people associate with goalkeepers is that mistakes cost teams a lot more. If you've got a young goalkeeper who maybe on his debut or maybe even just his first game at an academy level lets one through his legs or fumbles across, how do you keep their head up? Because for a young head, that is going to impact them.
Yeah, it's going to hurt, but it's part of the learning process. And you're going to make mistakes. That's what we'll talk about. That every game you will make at least one mistake. If it costs a goal, it costs a goal. That's the unfortunate side of it. The outfield players can probably make 5 or 6, and you might rescue them from that mistake. But it's a learning process. You've got to learn to deal. If you're going to be a pro, you've got to learn to deal with pressure.
So how long have you been coaching goalkeeping?
On and off, maybe 30 years.
So obviously, big developments in tactically is their use of the ball.
Feet a lot more. Yeah.
First of all, I mean, how it's changed is kind of self-explanatory, but our goalkeepers now, the young ones being taught literally from under 9s now, they have to use their feet.
Yeah, we've got this play out from the back. Most clubs do that. So you work on kicking fairly early and a bit more tactical, where to play, when to play, how to play. Do you go short, do you go long, do you go into, do you go onto? So,
do you think, is judging a goalkeeper more difficult as the younger down you go? Because there's stuff like height, which is obviously really important. People have growth spurts at a different time. I am saying this as someone who wanted to be a goalkeeper but was not tall enough.
Right.
So when perhaps at the sort of, I don't know, maybe under 14s where some people are 6 foot, some people are 5'5", what do you see? What's the skills that you look for in a keeper which you're like, he's going to be good regardless of what his body does?
Well, yeah, but as you said, the height in the game today is paramount. So all you can do is try and work and get them as high as you can get them. You know, if they've got good hands and, as you said now, good feet. So different managers will look for different traits in goalkeepers. So all you can do is get them as high as you can get them, and hope that they grow.
So, in your 30 years or so coaching goalkeeping, have you always been at academy level, or is
No, I've worked at pro levels as well, so with pro clubs.
so? But sort of speaking, sort of about the academy, this sort of more generally, not just about goalkeepers, stuff like I guess player care, relationship with coaches, how you deal with the players which you let go and stuff. How far has that come in the sort of 30 years?
It's gone a long way. A long way in my time in the game. It was a lot more when I first started. It was a lot more dictatorial. You will do as you're told, and you'll do this, and see you. Whereas now there's a lot more player care involved. The world's a different place, so you've got to take more care right the way through the process.
Do you think that that's being that story, the story of progress and how the game's changing, is being reported on enough, or do you think the press is still too focused about perhaps like the nastier cutthroat side of it?
I think they are, because that makes a better story, doesn't it? And you know, you hear about the ones where they've had a bad experience. It's like life. You hear about most of the bad experiences rather than the good ones. So it just generates copies life. So.